Girlies, I know you've seen it. We're getting attacked, okay? This is Sassy, a little bit of class. I'm Cara Williamson, and today we're going to be discussing Vogue. British Vogue, what's going on? Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? Let's dive right in. Girlies, I know you've seen it. It's on TikTok. It's trending on Instagram. It is everywhere. There's TikTok trends. Basically, if you haven't seen it, British Vogue have done a little article talking about is having a boyfriend embarrassing. It basically sounded like they went to their Instagram to see what the girlies were saying about having a boyfriend. The article was saying when boyfriends are mentioned, say you're watching like a YouTube vlog and there's a boyfriend there all the time, or maybe it's a little Insta post, it's saying that the viewers are getting the ick. Okay, and I could kind of see where they're coming from. See if it's consistent, like see if it's like every post, like this girl's flirting her boyfriend. I'm like, are you with him because you like him, or are you with him for like the status? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh no, I'm actually taken. Like, how are you? It's very, very like difficult. So go on my Insta. It's very clear that I have a boyfriend. You know, he's there sometimes. But it's not my entire feed. And to be fair, I'm not really an Insta gal. I don't really post a lot on Instagram. Facebook, Connor is in probably a lot of the posts, but TikTok, he's not really in the TikToks that much. Mainly it's me and Ralph. I don't know, am I an ick? Am I an ick? Possibly. Is that why after my post on TikTok I got unfollowed? Possibly. I'm not sure. So let's go back 5 years. Me and Connor started going out, and I think I just hard launched him, to be honest. I think he was on. It wasn't 5 years ago. How it wasn't like this. There was no X. There wasn't any hard launch and soft launch. It was, yeah. Basically, I'm old school. Okay, I'm 23. You probably think that's young. If you think that's young, you're old. Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna get people in my work are gonna come for me for that. Sorry, I'm just kidding. So basically, I'm 23, and 5 years ago I was like 18. Is that right? 23, 22. Oh, 18. My maths is so good today, right. I'm a wee bit funny about being Facebook official. I think Facebook official is a bit of an ick, okay? And I'm sorry to say. And I am Facebook official, but it's when it's on the feed. I don't need to see it on my feed. I don't need the comments going, congratulations. Like, oh no. Like, it's fine to put it on when someone goes onto your profile and it says, like, in a relationship with blah, blah, blah. That's totally fine. But I don't need to come on my feed. Like, why? Are you doing it for likes? What's it for? Do you know what I mean? Like, when they don't say who it is, and like it's like a wee guessing game, like, oh my god, who? And the close friends are like, oh my god, gal, like finally, and I'm like, just stop anything you know. Do you know what I mean? I want to do some stalking. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really agree with that. I don't really like the status like comment like that you're in a relationship. And it's when it's like a day ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, I've been in a relationship for 1 day. And you're Facebook official? Already? No thank you. I took it quite slow with the whole Facebook official situation, and it wasn't a stage, it was just like on the page. Because that's kind of where all my family are, like that's how I speak to my family, and that family group chats are on Messenger, like Facebook's like my fam. Do you know what I mean? I'm posting that for my family and maybe like some of my friends and that are on there too. But it's more like close. You won't see me. I used to have over 2k friends on there. It's now down to like 300. I deleted everyone. So it's nothing against you. It's just we're not close. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really care what you're doing. Anyway, to being like 6 months in, maybe. Okay. I'm actually not sure. I don't know if that's a lie. But me and Connor took a wee while. By me and Connor, I mean Connor took a wee while. We were basically seeing each other from the August and then didn't become official until October. So that's like 3 months. So maybe another 3 months, maybe I made it official in December. I'm actually not sure. Don't know. It's 5 years ago, gals. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I don't like the status. It's okay when it's on like the main page. I think that's okay. Don't see the big deal. It doesn't give me the book. But what does give me the book is when it's on my feed. Are you doing this just for like the status of having a relationship? I just don't really like that. And you're probably not, but I like to overthink. So I think you are. Do you know what I mean? As I was saying before, hard launches and soft launches weren't actually a thing back in the day. Sorry, back in my day. We didn't even have neck. Do you know what I mean? So I think, no, but it was a thing. It just wasn't called. It just wasn't named. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I think probably he was on my Snapchat story. So like their private Snapchat story, he probably was on there. As a wee soft launch, maybe like a hand on the steering wheel. Maybe he's played at dinner. Who do I think I am? Maybe his plate like maybe like his plate and my plate like on a wee date or whatever. And then I think I basically, once we were official, I think I waited a couple of months and then basically just like dripped in a couple of pictures of us that were like from months ago, from when like we first started going out. And it's not like oh, like you're hiding them and you're keeping it private. It's not even that. It's like the first couple of months are like you're still like very much figuring each other out, and you've went from like talking stage to like official. So a lot can happen, do you know what I mean? And you're kind of figuring out each other's boundaries, and yeah, so I just like to keep it on the down low. I don't really want to be deleting pictures off the Instagram after a week. Do you know what I mean? I think I did maybe soft launch them onto the Snapchat story prive, like showing the friends. But I think if you're soft launching on your Instagram for months, years even, okay? Because people do that. People just don't ever show their boyfriend, which is fine, totally their choice. My thing is, are you trying to get back at someone? That's my thing. I don't know. I feel like, say me and Connor went together, God forbid, he would honestly be so lost about me. Anyway, if me and Connor went together and he started soft launching someone, I'm thinking, and he never actually showed, I thought, one, he's either embarrassed of her and obviously wants me back, or he's just doing it so I'm gel and I'm not gel. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I'm seeing it. I'm like, have they got an ex and they're trying to hide it, and you're trying to make someone jealous? That's what I see a soft launch. My little routine, okay, was soft launch on a Snapchat private story, hard launch on a Snapchat private, and then just hard launch everywhere else. Do you know what I mean? And it's over a span of like maybe a couple months. That's what I did. The Vogue article was very much from a woman's perspective, so it's women that are like blurring out pictures of like maybe they're at a wedding, they're blurring out like someone's face. If a boy was doing that to me, I'd be thinking, you're hiding me, babe. Who are we hiding from? Do you know what I mean? I would kick off and there wouldn't be a hard launch because I'd be out there. If a boy was soft launching me, right, I'm out. Bye. I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean? No thanks. So Vogue also mentioned in the article that maybe people just want best of both worlds. So they don't want to be seen as over the top, but they still want the clout. They still want the, oh, who's she seeing, the comments, the likes, the shares. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's discussing, who is this girl with? But they also don't want the, oh my gosh, she's so obsessed with her boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? And I think, what's wrong being obsessed with your boyf? Do you know what I mean? If it's for long term and it's not just like a wee fling and you've not got a boyfriend every other week, I don't see the problem about being obsessed with your boyf. I don't know, maybe that's just me being very immature and very 23, but that's just what I think, sorry. I also understand the evil eye situation, okay? So that people can't hurt what they don't know. Is that right? People can't break what they don't. I don't know. But you know what I mean? So basically, if you're not posting, you're not sharing that you're with someone, then they can't ruin that because they don't know about it. Is that, I can't remember what the saying is, but you understand. So I get that to an extent. So I think I'm very much like that. Before, every single argument, every single little bicker would be on my Twitter. You could know what was going on in my little situations, okay, friendships even, from Twitter. That was honestly like my diary. Honestly, I get it to an extent, okay? I feel like hiding your relationship is a wee bit, unless obviously got trust issues and it's maybe happened before, okay? Or maybe the boy's got a psycho ex-girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? He can maybe just deal with that and get away, but I know it's obviously a lot harder than that at times. So yeah, I kind of do get that. If there's obviously a bigger issue here and he's maybe got a wee bit of a psycho ex-girlfriend, then yeah, that could be a tricky one. Hide that. You don't want to be getting involved until obviously he's kind of put that to bed. Would I get in a relationship with someone with a psycho ex-girlfriend? No, I wouldn't. I think there's a reason why the girl is psycho and I don't want to be her. So I'll just remove myself from the situation. Do you know what I mean? And if it's meant to be, I'll meet you again when she's out the picture. Is that letting the cycle win? Probably, but I just don't really want, I've just not got the energy for that all the time. So no thanks. It would be good for the pod. No, I wouldn't, because she'd come and find me and bar me. I actually really agree with the whole evil eye thing. But I think maybe, depending on your situation, hiding them could be a bit far, might be a bit much, okay? I do keep everything private now, and you won't find anything on Twitter nowadays. I actually don't even think I have Twitter now. X, whatever it's called. On the article as well, they were saying that they don't trust their man after years because they think that their man's going to embarrass them by doing something stupid. I don't know if they meant like cheating or, I don't know, just posting something embarrassing online. I actually don't know what they meant. So they don't want to then break up with them after, I think the year was actually like 12 years. This couple were going out, he embarrassed her in some sort of way, they broke up, and then I was just like, I'm never doing that again, because she was left with like all the pictures like on her Instagram, like 12 years. And I'm like, is it that deep though? Do you know what I mean? And I get 12 year, are you going to go back 12 year? I I might, nah, 12 year, nah, I wouldn't. I feel like if he's embarrassed you in some sort of way, the fact that you've left is showing that you don't agree with what he's done and that you're better than that. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, I don't know, just change like your theme on Insta or something, and then people will be like, oh, look, it's changed. That's obviously when she stopped being with him. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's not really that deep. I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're thinking this might end, so I'm just gonna not post him. You've been going out for like 12 years and you're still not posting him. That's a bit of a red flag on you, I think. It's maybe different if you've got, obviously, if you're high profile and you've got a lot of followers or whatever. But everyday gal, I'm like, just post your boyfriend, do you know what I mean? I feel like people aren't posting, the people that are like soft launching like the whole relationship or who aren't launching at all. I feel like that's because, see, when you get a boyfriend, your likes go dim, don't they? All your little creepy men on your Instagram, they stop liking your stuff. Some girls want the validation of like the likes and the comments, and some girls are, and some boys as well, are probably obsessed with how much likes and views and whatever they get on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. So I feel like bringing in a girlfriend, the likes are going to drop significantly, because when you're single and you're posting, you're probably posting to attract, you know? So when they start disappearing and you're maybe not getting the validation that you once were, and now you're only getting validation from one person, it can be a slight drop in self-esteem. So I think that's probably why, and if a boy wasn't posting me because he wanted validation from someone else, I'd say, bye. Do you know what I mean? No thank you, I don't want, no. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like if it was the other way around and a boy was soft launching you or not launching you at all, I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'm just creating a new thing, I feel like girls would absolutely kick off. And this article was mainly from a woman's perspective, but I feel like if they do a man's one, if they brought this article up saying, is having a girlfriend embarrassing now, it would kick off. And that's probably why they've not done it. But yeah, I say do whatever you like. Ladies, what do we think? Is the typical relationships dying out? Is single life trending? Is that the end thing? Maybe open relationships are going to be the next big thing. Tell you for a fact, you'll never see me on open house. Couldn't be me. Honestly, don't know how they gals do it. I'm so jealous I couldn't. So the question is, do I think having a boyfriend is embarrassing now? No, absolutely not. I feel like if you're with someone, if you're with a little boy, that's embarrassing. If you're with someone that's constantly cheating on you and he's telling you one thing and then showing you a different thing, it's just kind of like, why are you still with him? That is embarrassing. I've known boys that have been like, yeah, my relationship's only part-time, like I'm single like Friday to Saturday, and then Sunday, like obviously he's hungover, so you need someone to like mother him. So I just feel like that's embarrassing. Okay, when everyone knows that your boyfriend just isn't really in it and is just in it for like boyfriend treatment, I feel like, no. Do you know what I mean? We're not his mum. Okay, if he wants someone to look after him and cook his tea coming in, his mum could do that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not his mum. It's actually more embarrassing for him, because why is he so immature? But it's more actually like I feel sorry for the girls. I'm like, why do you guys not know your worth? Do you know what I mean? Stand up. I've seen a lot of things on TikTok about like, oh, like having a boyfriend just doesn't make you successful anymore. But I'm like, well, it might. Like, your success could be completely different to mine. And just because it's someone else's on TikToks doesn't mean that has to be yours, okay? My success is like having a stable career, having a home, having a partner, having a little dog. I would say for 23, I think I'm fairly successful in life, okay? I've not got bags of money, right? I'm not minted. That, if I had loads of money, I'd be like, yeah, I've made it. But I feel like when I am, for my age, I'm like, all good. And then you could look at, obviously, I don't know, Molly May, or your favourite YouTubers or whoever, and you could be like, oh my gosh, she's so much more like successful than me. But do I want that? Do I want the stresses that she has? No. Do I want to have a 2-year-old kid? No, I don't. So that's just not my success, but that could be hers, and that's obviously what she wanted. And that doesn't make her less successful. Well, I don't really get like jealous of other people's success, but bear in mind, when everyone was posting getting their houses and things, it literally made me like so angry and so like jealous, to be honest with you. Because I was just like, why is that not me? But everything happens for a reason, and I feel like your time will come and you'll be successful at your own rate. And yeah, if you're able to put the work in for it, then yeah, you'll be there quicker. But what another thing I think is so embarrassing, by the way, the word boyfriend. The word boyfriend is embarrassing. So I'm speaking to people like just like day to day in general. I don't know what to call it. I feel like I'm too young to be like my partner, but I feel like I'm too old to say, oh, my boyfriend. Even when hear like people my age go, oh, I'm just going with my boyfriend tonight, I'm like, ew, boyfriend. I don't know, I just don't like the word boyfriend. And I don't even like the word like fiance, so it's not like, oh my god, like she wants him to propose. I actually don't. I just don't like the words. Can we make up a new word? Because I say partner, I think they're gonna think that I'm like ancient. Like, what do you say? So obviously, to people in my work and that, I just say Connor now, and they just have to like, I just assume that they know who I'm talking about. And see, sometimes in my work, I'm like, I don't know if they're talking about their dog, or if they're talking about their boyfriends. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really like the word boyfriend. That gives me the book. So sometimes I hesitate, and they're like, oh, like, how long we see each other? I'm like, 5 years, and they're like, alright, you like hesitated, like he's not actually a boyfriend. I'm like, no, he is. I just don't like saying. And it's not that I'm embarrassed of him, I'm embarrassed of the word. I don't like the word. Does anyone else get that? Anyway, I'm off now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that maybe you can relate. Let me know what you think. Are boyfriends embarrassing now? Are they? Should I drop mine? What should I do? But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I need to go and do a big fat B&M shop. I need all my cleaning products for like around my house, my smellies. I need detergent. I need everything. I don't know if you heard that, but that was massive firework and that was really uncalled for. But it's so pretty. I'm quite lucky, Ralphie actually doesn't react to fireworks at all. He just sleeps right through them. But if someone slams their car door, it goes off his head. Do you know what I mean? Or the Ring doorbell, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just about to absolutely go mental, and my house is going to be smelling like spiced apple just in time for Christmas. It is November after all, so I can say the C word. And my house is all very like oak, and it just gives a really good Christmassy vibe. So yeah, I feel like spiced apple and oak and maybe a wee touch of red. Are we having a Ralph Lauren Christmas, by the way? Are we all having a nice cozy red and green Christmas? I might do it, you know. It will mean I'll need to buy everything new because everything's very much beige. But that would go so well with my oak. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that. And obviously my dog's called Ralphie. That's because of Ralph Lauren. Because I actually love Ralphie. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Keep it sassy, keep it classy, and I'll see you next Sunday. Have the most amazing week, and I hope I've been such a great company for, well, whatever you're doing. While you're watching this, I'll probably be cleaning my house. Oh, Connor's may go to football, and I'm going to absolutely make the house spanking clean. So yeah, I hope you've had the most amazing weekend, and enjoy your week. Goodbye!